Hello, one and all, and welcome to Gaming News. Today on Gaming News, we have something very, very spicy for you. Well, kind of spicy. So, first and foremost, there was a whole thing about, like, Breakpoint is just, it's just getting bad reviews. It's not a good game. It's not a good game. I played the beta. No. Canceled my pre order, canceled the whole payment, in fact. Just like, nope, I can't I'm not gonna play this game. I'm just not gonna do it. It had some good things, but they just couldn't execute it properly. And it's just very disappointing in what they did. Uh yeah, it's bad. Apparently lower the price by $10. It's gonna go lower. So if you were even thinking about purchasing this game, wait until it goes down to like maybe 20, because it will happen soon enough. Also, remember it's always online. Remember that internet is required. You don't need PlayStation Plus to just play the game. Only if you need to play with other players. It's weird whole thing, but hey, that's the way they want to do things. So yeah, let's just get that out of the way. Also, just in case you're not sure if you heard about the whole Blizzard thing, plenty of channels other covering about it. But the main point is the whole, people talking, saying bad things about China. It's a no go for these game developers or these companies, video game companies or any company for that matter. If you say something bad about China, you're basically gonna get in a way destroyed. That's what happened to someone from Hearthstone community thing in China or something like that. He said something in Chinese which was actually supporting what's going on over there, and supporting freedom. And yeah, he's gone. He's apparently gone for like a year. He's banned from there. I don't think he's ever going to be allowed back the money that he won. That's rightfully his. They're not going to give it to him. He's saying that because he violated, just because he said that he's supporting people for their freedom. That really tells you who's running things there. It's not Blizzard, really. It's China. It's the Chinese government. All these things, and that's what really matters: getting that money. And it's going really bad for Blizzard. So if you want, you can go ahead and look for that information. There's a lot more people covering about it. There's probably more stuff coming out about that situation, but they're pretty much Blizzard's getting bombarded by all these people, which means that their Blizzard Activision, their whole thing it's not gonna do so well because people are covering up like a bunch of stuff from them. It's a whole crazy situation. But yeah, let's move on to actually some more interesting news. And well, that is of course Death Stranding. More Death Stranding news as it's coming out. So in a recent interview in a video, Kojima did in Russian Comic Con. Interesting though, talking about kind of like communist state, other communist. It's a whole situation. But I digress. What's going on here is, he talks about the game and all these other features that the game is going to have. Just some of those things that it's going to take a long time to actually finish the game. It's going to take quite some time. He just said a lot. So you can expect this if you played any of Kojima's games, which is obviously just Metal Gear games. You know that they take quite a long time, especially the last ones that have come out. So you can definitely expect this one to be pretty massive as well. So with that being said, I think it's something that's really interesting. You talked about more about just like everything connecting, but then brainwashing away everything that one player does for another. I think that could mean depending on the level of progression. So depending on that, it could vary, right? There could be like a multitude of things where something works, something doesn't, or slow progression, so that maybe how things won't get spoiled for you. Maybe that's what he's talking about. But it's very strange. We're not going to really know until the game is, officially released. But yeah, it's it's looking like it is an interesting type of game. But that was basically it, of what's going on. And what in the world is this? Also, they've obviously got the date wrong. November 8th, 2020. Yeah, that's not the date. It's not 2020, it's 2019. And I know what you're thinking. What? That can't be it. It actually is. And I shall prove it to you by searching it. Death Stranding release date. And there is a thing that this will be released for PC, which is actually pretty cool. Well, there you go. November 8th, 2019, not 2020, as that individual put it. So make sure that that this person corrects it. So from Twisted Voxel, who's the person who wrote this? Oh, there it is. Ellie Hader. Yeah, it's this year, not 2020. So those of you were seeing this and it's like, wait, what? Yeah, don't worry about it. It's a little mistake. Don't worry. But yeah, it is coming out this year, this next month in November 8th. So you have something to look forward to. And next, we're going to be moving on to something else that's been just getting released. A bunch of information, actually. That's a deeper look. But a new update was kind of released from where Update Channel Live revealed a bunch of stuff. There's a bunch of schematic. Number of people who can join a party has been increased from 8 to 16. Yeah, what was it? Well, in party, use PS4 second screen on your smartphones or other mobile device to convert party to voice chat. It's actually a pretty cool feature because a lot of people do, like to use their phones. And it's actually a good way to use that application, especially on your phone. But yeah, this looks very interesting. I don't know how many people will probably use that feature, but it could be a few. Who knows? Use your remote play with iPad. Oh, so you can now follow things. So you can do a multitude of things. So it's actually supporting a lot of these other devices. You can use DualShock for wireless control. Remote play on on iPhone. That's interesting. I didn't know that I'd be able to do that, but also on my Mac and my iPad. The interesting thing is, I heard that this could have already been done. So this is really interesting, but I guess it's an update because of the new Catalina. Vibration function may not be available on iPhone or iPad. But yeah, this got I don't know about this thing, because it says it'll make some of my apps stop working. So I don't know about that. But here we go. This is pretty damn interesting. Yeah, that was just a little look into that. But yes, what you maybe you already know, or maybe you don't know, but the PS5. It's going to launch holiday 2020 next year. What does that necessarily mean? It could mean in November, maybe December. I would say most likely November, but honestly, it could be late October or in mid-October, something like that. They're obviously not going to say too much about it because they want to have, more things to themselves because they want to have that launch window. However, like I said, this whole thing with China going on with trade war stuff, their prices may be too high, so we don't know how much this console is going to cost. And the thing is, PlayStation saying this is going to cost us for the price going up and things of that nature. However, not necessarily. I think that what this is going to happen is that it's going to affect them. It's going to affect Sony, because if they price it really high up, then we're not going to purchase it, which means they're going to be losing money. And if they're losing money, then their console's not going to do so well. And people are just going to be like, well, I'm just going to wait for it to go down for whenever that is. It's happened before. It's happened with previous consoles. And it will most likely continue to happen. This is crazy to say, but yeah. Um, Obviously they haven't really shown too much of, I guess, what it's going to look like. I think there's some images. I might have seen one of how it might look like, but it's probably just images that people are just grabbing from online or doing whatever they can, creating it on their own. It says, yeah, like these updates may not be huge surprise, but we want to confirm them for our PlayStation fans as we start to reveal additional details of our vision for the next generation. Wired magazine covered these updates and more. So here's the thing, though, like who knows exactly what's going to be happening as the console gets launched? What more are they going to do? We already know that it's going to be I think 4K, maybe 8K capable, where you can even play games 1080p and just choose whatever. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what exactly they're going to be doing with this and how it's going to affect everything. Like the specs, it's fine, but honestly, what matters is the games that you're going to produce for it. And as of right now, there are no games being, that are coming out for it that we know of. Probably E3, they're going to announce like a couple of games that they're going to launch with it. And if I had to say, they would probably do like a backwards compatibility with the PS4 Pro games. It's basically the same thing, and just convert those into 4K so you can basically play your PlayStation 3 games in 4K, which you kind of already can do. But yeah, that's what's going on. So it says, we have plenty of blockbuster experiences coming your way on PS4, including Death Stranding, Last of Us Part 2, and Ghost of Tsushima. So I guess with them stating just these games, obviously there's going to be more PlayStation games coming out from other developers, but this could mean that this is the end. This is it. They're not going to do anymore. They're not going to bring out any more games. They're not, and well, we'll see exactly what happens. I mean, with everything the way it's going, who knows what's going to happen? And I'm kind of wondering what's going to happen with PS4 Pro, because that does 4K or converts 4K, whatever you want to call it. So you're going to have to kind of try and figure that out, because it's like, well, why should I get I mean, if I have a PS4 Pro, if I had one, I'd be like, well, why am I going to get that? I just spent the money to get this, which is supposed to be like a more powerful console. But then again, they didn't sell a lot of PS4 Pros. You didn't hear them gloat about it as they did with the PS4. So who knows what happened there? They probably lost a bit of money with the consoles. So we'll see exactly what transpires with this. And of course, here's the, I guess, deeper look. PlayStation 5. They have like I guess a bunch more details of what they're going to be doing. It just kind of, no, sorry about that, and just kind of like the specs of what they I guess want to do with it. They talked about the CPU, like all these different functionalities, how they're going to make it more powerful and do all this and that, but they still don't really seem to have released and like much about it, how it's going to be. A bit lighter. So yeah, so this looks actually kind of interesting. So split experience for pro gamers. So feature suite held. There's actually quite a lot here. So if you guys want to take a look at that, you can go ahead. But it's just like they're going to a lot of details of what they're doing with the console, what they're trying to do. Yeah, because it's basically just kind of reiterating what we already know, that it is going to be a more powerful console. But I guess for those tech people, where it's like, oh, this is exactly what it is in there, oh, this is what's not in there. It said there is a ray tracing acceleration in the GPU hardware. So what that necessarily means, for anyone wondering, is that ray tracing is supposed to be like this huge thing. It's supposed to create like all these different lights, all these key details, stuff like that. Makes everything look amazing. But yeah, we'll see exactly how it actually goes. And also, you're gonna need a TV to actually be able to do that. So you're gonna probably have to buy a new TV. And hey, Black Friday is coming up soon, so hey, you know, go ahead and buy your 4K HDR fucking or maybe 8K TV or whatever the hell you're gonna need for this. And yeah, they're changing like the disk drive to something else. I guess that's in a way more stable. Out the disc had like a turntable needle. Find it each seat. So yeah, so for the most part, that's kind of like just what we already kind of knew about this game. What we knew about what was gonna, you know, basically happen. And yeah, it will use 100 GB optical. Like half this stuff, I don't even know what the hell it is. Oh, they're actually gonna include a 4K Blu-ray player this time. What about 8K? Are they gonna maybe Xbox will do 8K if there's an 8K? I mean, there's 8K capabilities coming, or I think are available already. So who the hell knows, honestly, and how powerful this is gonna be, and if you're even gonna want to get it. I'm sure people are gonna want to get this. There's gonna be people like trading in their PS4s or the PS4 Pro or whatever, Switch or Xbox to try and get this. Because I'm pretty sure it's going to cost you a pretty damn penny. They're always going to be available, but I'm definitely going to say wait. Next version of Gran Turismo ported over to PS5 dev kit. Like, that's the thing, right? It's like, really, though, that's what you're doing. It's like so you can showcase the visuals and stuff like that. It's just not that goddamn interesting. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. If you guys are interested in the PS5, if you're going to look further into what it's capable. Half of this stuff, I'm not really too sure what the hell it is, but I don't know it's going to look even better than it did before. That's what I know. So yeah, let me know down in the comments below if you've made it this far. And I will catch you guys on another gaming news episode. Until then, take care, and I'll keep you informed.